Oh, love that. Fine, I'm sold. I'm so sorry I ever doubted you. Oh, fucking hell, Jesus Christ. Hello, welcome to this video. My name's Dan, aka Lucent. I'm a singer-songwriter, music producer person, and today I'm going to be finally reacting to MITSKI's Be Cowboy, so let's go. Okay, so I know a lot of you have been asking for MITSKI for ages, but like Laurel Hill didn't really grab me like crazily, and I think so I then ended up like prioritizing other artists, but like so many of you are still asking for her, so I was like, you know, I should probably just do it. And so I decided to Be the Cowboy because that seems to be the most requested. It is like 29 degrees in London today. So yes, let's just get onto this before it gets even hotter. Before we start though, did you enjoy that song at the beginning? That was my song Criminal, and you can check it out on my music channel. So I've now separated my reaction channel from my music channel. So if you want to check out my music, it's at Lonesome Music. I will also link the song in the corner for you. Make sure to subscribe over there. I've got new music coming out in the next couple of months, so keep an eye out. Also, if you're new, then make sure to subscribe to this channel, lol, for reactions. And if you want to support me even further, then you can do it on Patreon. Let's do this before I die of heat exhaustion. Be the Cowboy. Song number 1. This is Geyser. I think I say Geyser. I don't know what I say. That's a very harsh start. 80s synth. Like it's just like, well, it's like a 80s sci-fi movie or something. Oh, fucking hell, Jesus Christ. It's upsetting. It's like a glitch. I love that piano. I like her melodies, they're quite unique, aren't they? Okay. Okay, I'm already really feeling this. I love the drama in this. Yeah. Oh, okay, I'm getting chills. Oh my god. Okay, fine. This is amazing. Okay, fine, whatever. I'm already sold. Wow. This is beautiful. I've got chills all over my body. The power in that build-up, that dynamic build-up was just so good. Felt like a geyser. Oh, that was really well done. Okay, first thing I need to say is that the structure of that song is like a geyser. It was like tension, and then out it came, like water everywhere. Really cool. I loved that. And like the musicality in it was really gorgeous. Like some of those chord choices were alternative, but like you could sense that she was like feeling it out emotionally, like in terms of like where the chords were going. And that like, it's just so exciting to hear. Her voice comes across really nicely. You're my number one. Like there's a sense of like, you know, I'm committed to this one person levels. So exciting. Fine, I'm sold. I'm so sorry I ever doubted you. We're like 2 minutes in and I'm already like, cool. Oh my god, I loved that actually. I loved that. That was really cool. You're my number one, you're the one I want, and I've turned down every hand that's beckoned me to come. You're my number one, you're the one I want. Okay, so it's like, she's like turned down all the other options for boyfriends or whatever, or girlfriends, and has decided on this one person. And it's like that commitment, isn't it? You know, so I'll keep turning down the hands that beckon me to come. Though I am a geyser, feel it bubbling from below. Hear it call to me constantly. And hear the harmony only when it's harming me. Ooh, I will be the one you need. I just can't be without you. So there's a sense of like real like devotion to this person needing this person. But then this idea of this geyser, I don't know, it's like maybe she's sensing some sort of blow up from herself, like she's pushing down the emotions, but they're bubbling, that maybe the true emotions are bubbling underneath, and something's going to happen later on and she's going to maybe blow up this relationship even though she kind of feels like she needs them. It's like there's a kind of dichotomy there, which I think is very interesting, lyrically, musically, exciting. Okay, cool. Song number 2. This is Why Didn't You Stop Me? Ooh. I like this harsh 80s vibe. Cool, okay. Okay, cool. Quite like heavy sense of like rock in the guitar. God, god, she really does choose some interesting chords and interesting melodies that are quite challenging. This is quite a bit more experimental. I love that chord there. It's unexpected. Oh, nice. Oh, there's a real sense of, oh, love that. Amazing. Oh my god. Like that song at the beginning, I was like, I'm not sure where this is going. But like, as it went into that final section, like, the chords just like went to like another place that really was so exciting and so beautiful. Like there was a sense of like uplift that was like tinged with like a real disconcerting feeling. It was like she rose up to that chord, the uplifting, I guess, flat 7 motion, which is a bit of a mixed Lydian vibe, you know, that kind of like, and then kind of cut it with the next chord that really just was very beautiful, but kind of cut through it in quite a dissonant way. The way the guitar solo over that section tied those two chords together was really, really ingenious and really just like so satisfying to hear. I know that I ended it, but why won't you chase after me? You know better than I do, so why didn't you stop me? Why didn't you stop me and paint it over? I wonder what she did. Oh, I ended it. Oh, okay. So I told you. Yeah, okay. So maybe she's now blown up and ended the relationship, even though she actually didn't really want to. I look for a picture of you to keep in my pocket, but I can't seem to find one where you look how I remember paint it over. So it's, I don't know, yeah, maybe it's like the beginning of the relationship, she's not feeling how she was, and she's painting it over. She's like, la, 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 I'm just gonna cover over these emotions. And there's a real sense of pushing down emotions, right? Painting it over, pushing it down until it erupts. Like there's a real sense of that throughout the lyrics, throughout the music too. Okay, next song, this is Old Friend.
Drowned for such a silly thing, some better than you.
I love her sense of sound design. She really kind of has a key process, key vision for her sound design. A bit more of like a slow kind of vibe. It's a stewing song, I think. Take coffee and talk about nothing. I'll take anything you want to give me, baby. It's like she's going out for coffee with a friend and she's just like on a blank slate. I like the mixture of sounds. That one didn't excite me as much. She seems to have quite a clear vision when it comes to her sound design, because it's like the way that she shapes her synths is very kind of harsh and jagged, but then also she'll introduce instruments that have a harsh and jagged feeling. Like that guitar used in that one, I can't tell whether it was like electroacoustic. It was like very sharp, ding, 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 almost like electronic in a sense. And then the piano was actually very soft and very warm, so there was a bit of a contrast there, but it does feel as if like she's got like quite a vision of quite like harsh dynamics, harsh angles, and that's like filtering through each different element of the sound design, which I think is really cool. Like the sound design feels like it's part of her sonic branding, maybe even more than her voice, really, which is, I find, very interesting. We nearly drowned for such a silly thing, someone who loves me now better than you, and this pretty friend is finally yours. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about, like some sort of like interpersonal relationship breakdown situation. I'll be around on Sunday if you meet me at the Blue Diner. I'll take a coffee and talk about nothing, baby, at the Blue Diner. I'll take anything you want to give me, baby. I haven't told anyone, just like we promised, have you? Ooh, so there's some sort of secret that they're like not telling anybody. Every time I drive through the city where you're from, I squeeze a little anxiety, like a level of anxiety. So something they did together, and yeah, she's kind of like saying, let's not talk about it, in a way, isn't she? Like she's like, I'll take anything you want to give me. Like I'm just a blank slate because I'm not going to instigate like this conversation. I'm like anxious, but covering it up again. Okay, we've got another level of covering it up, but this time it's like meeting a friend, something's happened between them, and it's going to remain unsaid. You know, that's the cover up in this song. I'm sensing a theme. So I might be racing through these, but A, it's because I'm excited, and B, it's because I'm hot. So next song, this is A Pearl.
You're growing tired of me, but I still can't sleep.
Just, I love her chords. Like, I just love her use of chords.
All the things I don't talk about. It's not that I don't want you. I fell in love with a wall, and it left a pearl in my head, and I roll it.
This is quite a simple one, actually, when you think about it. Oh, okay. Drama here. These moments of strong guitar seem to be really like symbolizing for me her like need to like feel like she's pushing out like this kind of drama. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Just a pearl is almost like her hat on the opening thing, isn't it? Cool. Yeah. These songs are very short, and I think that really lends itself towards the sound design, doesn't it? Because it's almost like that adding to that jagged feeling, you know, which I think is probably intentional, right? Very interesting to use like the length of a song as like part of the kind of artistic landscape. I think Lana does that too, because she has like the opposite. You know, she does like super long drawn out songs, but it's part of the you know, the free flowing nature of the song. What was I gonna say? Yeah, these kind of rocky moments that seem to kind of break through each of the songs, like, you know, heavy rock guitar basically with distortion on. For me, it's almost like she comes across as very kind of soft spoken maybe, and maybe it's that thing where she's like soft spoken, she's not really saying what she thinks, she's, you know, in real life, right, maybe covering up her feelings to benefit others. She's maybe being quite softly spoken, but like she doesn't sound like she's like a big show off, you know. And maybe those rocky moments for her are the moment where she just goes and just lets it out. For me, those moments really feel like the moment where she's letting the emotion out, which works on a few levels because of the way in which the lyrics and stuff seem to be writing in that story as well. I think that's very cool, actually. You're growing tired of me, you love me so hard and I still can't sleep. You're growing tired of me and all these things I don't talk about. You know? Sorry, I don't want your touch. It's not that I don't want you. Sorry, I can't take your touch. It's just that I fell in love with a war. There's a sense of like her really not being able to communicate how she's feeling to this partner, like to the point where she's like, no, I don't want your touch. Maybe she's pushing them away. I don't want to cuddle right now. And they're probably feeling like, oh God, what have I done wrong? And she can't communicate to them that maybe they haven't done anything, actually done anything wrong, but it's her. But she's not talking, she's not saying things, she's not communicating, she's just being like cold. And I think she's like piecing through that feeling in her music. I fell in love with the war makes me feel like maybe she fell in love with like the drama of the love at the beginning, and now things have changed. She doesn't know how to process it. Nobody told me it ended, and it left a pearl in my head, and I roll it around every night just to watch it glow. Every night, baby, that's where I go. Maybe it's like a kind of concentrated feeling of emotion that she can't break into. And there's a sense of it being hard. You know, if there's something in your head that's hard and cold, it's like something that she can't access. I feel like that's what she's saying. She can't understand. There's something in her that's like she's representing with this pearl that is cold and hard and shining, and that she doesn't know how to like crack into. She doesn't know how to really understand exactly how she feels because it's trapped within this like crystallized thing. Which is quite an interesting concept, kind of like, because when you think about a pearl, it's created from a tiny speck and grows, right? And maybe she's saying at the beginning of the relationship those feelings were just a tiny speck and she was ignoring it, and now it's grown into a pearl and she can't ignore it any longer. This is really cool. It's really like setting fires within my kind of creative mind, and it's exciting, you know. Next song, this is Lonesome Love.
I'll call you to see you again.
All the songs are so short.
And this can finally end.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Up to prove something. High and mighty.
I've got a sweaty back.
You say hello and I lose.
Yeah.
Like you.
It's like she's convinced herself that she's ready to leave, and then she gets herself all confident and ready, and then when she actually gets there, it's like, oh.
So very
Why am I lonely for a lonesome love? This one is almost a bit country. I guess that's the Cowboy, right? Which I find quite interesting because the overall sound is not country at all, is it? Ooh. Interesting. That one certainly started to kind of like really lean into the country ballad side of the sound, which I think is quite interesting because she doesn't sound like a country artist at all, but like she's referencing the country sound at key points. And maybe that's that idea of being the cowboy, is like inhabiting. I'm so sorry about the bin lorry. Be the cowboy, inhabiting the sound of the cowboy, even though it's not necessarily who she is, which again speaks to like not really communicating, not being honest, you know, covering things up, all this stuff. Yeah, like this really seems to be a key part. Referring to makeup and stuff as well, that's another way to cover up, you know. I call you to see you again so I can win and this can finally end. Spend an hour on my makeup to prove something. It's like I'm doing great without you, you know. Up in my high heels, all high and mighty, you say hello and I lose. Because nobody butters me up like you and nobody fucks me like me. So it's like she is completely convinced that she's on the right track. She's going to dump this person. She's like, cool, I'm over it. And then she gets there and she completely questions herself. She's like, nobody fucks me like me. Like, obviously I've made a wrong decision. Like, I obviously don't know what the fuck I'm doing because as soon as I'm around you, I just get buttered up. Like, I'm obviously want to be with you, you know? And it's like this indecision and her complete lack of understanding of how she really feels that I think is quite key. In the morning in a taxi, so in the morning, so she's obviously then slept with them. Why am I lonely for lonesome love? Why am I lonely for lonesome love? Why am I lonely? So she's really like saying to herself, like, why am I self-destructing? Is it because I want to be lonely? There's this kind of psychological thing of being like self-sabotaging, and it's almost like coming from a place of like feeling like you don't deserve love. Like, I remember having this conversation with one of my friends once and how I was very much in that place for a while. I was pushing my feelings onto people who I knew weren't actually going to reciprocate. And she was like, is it because you feel like you don't deserve to actually be in love? And that really, really struck me in that moment. And so that's kind of what I'm getting from her at this like in this place, you know? That's why she's saying, why am I lonely for lonesome love? Like, why do I want to be lonely? Yeah, amazing. Okay, next song, Remember My Name. She's acting out now. It's like, rah. That's the vibe I'm getting already.
Gave too much of my heart tonight that I can save till tomorrow's show. Need somebody to remember my name.
I need someone to remember my name.
Hold it in my arms and know it's mine.
This seems to be relating to her, like her music and why she's on the stage. Cool.
I need somebody to remember my name.
Yeah. Really seems to be like digging into this like existential thing of like, I need someone to remember me after I'm gone, you know? I really like how she seems to really think about the shape of her songs. That's something that seems really key, is the shape of each song, you know? It's like we start here and then we go to here and then we go to here and then we go to here and then we cut it off and then, you know, it's short because we want it to be like compact and like, you know, tight and edgy and almost anxious, you know? Because I think like so many songwriters start like guitar or piano and like writing lyrics and whatever, and they kind of can end up feeling as if they're kind of following similar tracks to like, you know, people like Joni Mitchell, Janis Joplin, Carole King, all those kinds of like singer-songwriter 70s vibes, which can be insanely beautiful and like is insanely beautiful. But I do always find it very interesting to hear an artist who has maybe come up a different way. Like to me, she obviously is a guitarist, but for me it's like, maybe she came up like playing guitar for production rather than playing guitar like in a rock band or playing guitar like as a singer-songwriter. Like, I don't know, like I get that kind of energy from it. Like she's approaching the music in a different way. You know, she's not just writing a song and letting it go. She's like, this is going to be like this. It's like she's moulding it, which is very producer vibes, you know? I gave too much of my heart tonight. Can you come to where I'm staying and make some extra love that I can save till tomorrow's show, because I need someone to remember my name. After all that I can do for them is done, I need someone to remember me. I need something bigger than the sky. Hold it in my arms and know it's mine. So there's a sense of like, maybe she's like starting to really dig into the reasons why she's doing what she's doing. And she's kind of admitting to herself that she needs, existentially, she needs to have a mark on this world that's going to last after she's dead. Otherwise it's not worth it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I need something bigger than the sky. I need you to remember my name. Just how many stars will I need to hang around me to finally call it heaven? So it's she's just really existential at that point. It's like, you know, will I ever actually be able to be satisfied with my life if I'm always like trying to make it heaven, you know? It's like not real, you know? Oh, wait, what's the last lyric? To finally get somewhere I can be all done, somewhere that I can burn, burning like a star. I like the levels of the metaphor there as well. Next song, Me and My Husband. Cool. I'm so hot. Cool. It's got a honky tonk feel.
And then I'll be nothing forever. Me and my husband, we are doing better.
Cool.
Furrowed brow and least in this year, sticking together.
Interesting, considering where we were going romantically earlier. I love the fullness of that piano.
But when he walks in, I am loved.
Wow.
It's always been just him and me together.
I really like this song. There's a real sense of urgency. It's like, me and my husband, we're doing better. We're sticking together. Like, yeah. I loved that. I really enjoyed like the frantic feeling. It's so nuanced actually in the way that like she creates subtle emotion just through the way the song is composed, the way the song is played. Like those pianos are like, even though the rhythm was like, dun, 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 it wasn't played in a layback. The rhythm was laid back, but it wasn't played in layback style. So it kind of gave it this like unnerving sense of like, yes, everything's fine. Do you know what I mean? It's very like that meme with like, with the dog in the burning house. Like that was the vibe I was getting. And I think that, yeah, that comes from like having something that should sound laid back, but it doesn't, you know? And then she like threw in like some dissonant chords occasionally, which really built that feeling up as well. Yeah, this is so cool. I love this. I steal a few breaths from the world for a minute and then I'll be nothing forever. And all my memories and all the things I've seen will be gone with my eyes, with my body, with me. So she's like, this is like really contemplating life and how brief it is. But me and my husband, we're doing better. It's always been just him and me together. So I bet all that I have that on that furrowed brow. And at least in this lifetime, we're sticking together. Me and my husband, we're sticking together. So it's like really like assessing marriage and how you can kind of be like, I'm not here for very long on this planet. Like, and yet I'm choosing to commit myself to this one person for that limited time I have. It's like the anxiety of that thought, you know. And the lyrics are actually like, you know, when he walks in, I'm in love, like we're doing better, like it's always him and me together. But like it really does have such a sense of urgency and anxiety that I feel like that's like a facade again. Yeah, okay. Key word for this album is facade. Okay, next song, Come Into the Water.
Come into the water.
This almost sounds like a Lana Del Rey song.
You look so good, but maybe
It's almost like the tambourine and the slow tempo is giving me like 50s prom dance vibes. It's Hairspray, I Can Hear the Bells, it's Grease, it's, you know, that vibe. Oh, it's also the organ, isn't it?
I didn't know until I saw you.
Okay.
I can't move until you show me.
Okay, so she's relying on the commitment of the other person. I also feel like this album is very much intended to be listened to as an album. I feel like a lot of these songs individually would feel like too brief if they were just in a playlist, you know? Like it feels like this is supposed to be like taken in as like, these are all flashes of how I'm feeling in this moment throughout this kind of concept experience. Very interesting actually, but something like so unlike what you hear mostly in pop nowadays. Like most of pop is made to be able to fit into playlists because that's like over the last few years, that's been quite a big part of discovery. Come into the water. Do you want to be my baby? Are you waiting to touch me? You look so good, but I keep my hands until you come into the water. Maybe I'm the same as those men writing songs of all their dreaming. But would you tell me if you want me? Because I can't move until you show me. Interesting. There's a powerlessness in that, isn't there? And maybe that's what she's really reflecting on, is like how she feels powerless to make the first move or powerless to make commitment. And so she's waiting for someone to almost make the decision for her. That's like the vibe I'm getting there. Yeah, interesting. Next one, this is Nobody. Ooh.
My God, I'm so lonely. So to hear sounds of
Wow. Feeling so lonely that you open the window just so you feel less alone.
destroyed by global warming. And I don't want you.
Ooh, okay.
I just want to feel alright. I just need someone to kiss.
I like the feeling of this song, like, nice.
Nobody, nobody,
Yeah. This is great.
nobody.
This gives me like single energy as well. Lonely feeling though, sad, isn't it?
I've been big and small.
Amazing. Musically, so good. So tight and so unexpected. Interesting.
Nobody wants.
Also a disco feeling to it, which I love.
Give me one good movie kiss. Nobody.
Wow. Just repeating that word is just like so. That feeling of loneliness, like nobody. Wow. This is fab. Wow. What a weird key change. So kind of delirious. Wow. I love how like that nobody was recorded at the end is so intense, because it's almost like she's recorded it really quietly and just like cranked it up so much that you can hear the hiss and the background noise and you can hear it kind of clipping. It's like, I'm so intensely alone. I'm so intensely intimate. You know, it's like really just so clever. That whole song was so clever. I really, really like that. I thought it was like so interesting to reference like a kind of upbeat disco feeling, but it to be about being completely lonely, you know, so lonely that you open the window to hear other people. You know, that is really intense loneliness. I think she's kind of maybe contemplating with the fact that she chose it in a way because she was, you know, she's split with her partner, you know. Yeah, God. And like, considering a lot of her lyrics are very like indirect, like this is very direct. My God, I'm so lonely, so I open the window to hear sounds of people. Venus, planet of love, was destroyed by global warming. So the planet of love, she destroyed that. Did its people want too much too? Did its people want too much? I don't want your pity. I just want someone near me. Give me one good honest kiss and I'll be all right. Nobody. Still nobody wants me. Wow. It's like feeling like you don't deserve love. I think we're back there, aren't we? Nobody wants me. I can admit I've been in that place before, you know. Okay, next song. This is Pink in the Night. At that synth.
I glow pink in the night and over you.
Wow.
Hear my heart breaking tonight.
Wow.
I do
I hear my heart breaking tonight.
you too. Every drop of rain singing I love you.
So after like breaking it up and creating her own loneliness, she's realising what she's missing. But I do wonder whether it's like she just can't bear to be alone, and so she's like, I need to be in love with you, you know? I don't know. Beautiful though, I really love this.
I could stare at your back all day. I didn't do it right. Can try again.
I didn't do it right, can I try again? She's like, I want to try this relationship again. Yeah. Wow, it's quite powerful. I really, really love the dynamic build in that. Really satisfying. Beautifully musical. I love the synth quality of it. It's just like really, I don't know, like fills me with warmth and beauty, and it's an admittance of her love for this person, even though she's kind of broken it down. She's like, I need to try this again, you know. I'm so sorry for the background noise. There's absolutely no way that I'm closing the windows. I go pink in the night in my room. I've been blossoming alone over you. And I hear my heart breaking tonight. I hear my heart breaking tonight. Do you hear it too? It's like a summer shower where every drop of rain singing, I love you, I love you. Oh, that's so beautiful. A summer shower, every drop of rain is singing, I love you. That's so beautiful. I can stare at your back all day. I know I've kissed you before, but I didn't do it right. Can I try it again? This time alone has really shown me how much I love you, and my feelings have blossomed to a new level in the absence of you. Okay, I'm gonna have to fucking close the window. Jesus Christ. Fine, I'll just die of heat stroke. It's all good. Don't worry about me. Yeah, like I like the way, like this idea of her blossoming, her going pink in the middle of the night, like in this darkness that she's, you know, chosen to put herself in. And it's like absence makes the heart grow fonder, you know. She's admitting that she wants to try again. Okay, next song. This is A Horse Named Cold Air. Wow.
A lake with is the heart, a horse, cold air.
Do you know what that means? Reference to the Cowboy though, isn't it? This piano is almost like gothic medieval. Beautiful melody.
I thought
Very dissonant.
gold sin.
Circling the same old sin, like you've never actually quite dealt with the pearl, maybe. This feeling, this trauma that's been sat inside of me, been circling around and around and never actually attacked it directly. Even though she thought she's grown, she's just been circling the same problems and never actually truly solving the issues that she has. Yeah, quite a stark song. Very simple piano, like just piano and vocal, but like really like dark, and there's a real sense of like just that like dissonance in the piano is like really like the music seems to be attempting to replicate this idea, the doom of like having spent your entire life circling around something you need to face head on, and that feeling of like impending doom of actually having to finally face it, you know? I wonder if she does. I don't know what the horse named Cold Air and all that's about. A lake with no fish is the heart of a horse named Cold Air, who when young would run like a storm, they would say. I thought I travelled a long way, but I'd circled at the same old sin. I don't know what the horse thing is about. You have to let me know what you think. Okay, next song. This is Washing Machine Heart. Ooh, cool. Love that.
Toss your dirty shoes in my washing side. I thought maybe we would kiss tonight. Toss your dirty shoes in my washing machine heart.
It's more of an 80s feel in the synths. It's still very jagged. Cool.
I know who you pretend I am.
Not who you pretend I am. I like this bass line. Quite insistent, but I like it musically as well. Oh, drums are great. I love having the intonation on the offbeats as well. When the rest of the song is 1, 2, 3, 4, having those moments that really sets it off. Spooky. Oh, hello, Jesus Christ. Next song, that ending, that bass was really like sinister. Yeah, I liked that, yeah. I really like the energy of that one. Took it to more of that kind of 80s place. I like the kind of dun 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 dun. It's like, rhythmically it's very like, you know, like monotonous, but to break it out with the offbeats, or already pushing those offbeats occasionally, like really does add like a sense of like tension and drama. Putting your shoes into my washing machine heart, it's quite an interesting image as well. So toss your dirty shoes into my washing machine heart, baby, bang it up inside. I'm not wearing my usual lipstick, I thought maybe we would kiss tonight, baby, will you kiss me already? So it's like, there's another sense of self-deprecation, of self-destruction in a way, isn't there? Because she's saying like, let's try this again, like I want to be with you again, but she's admitting that like her heart's a washing machine, like it's all over the place, and she's just willing to throw his shoes in there even if it's going to bang her up, you know. But there is a sense of containment, isn't there, you know, Like, I'm going to shut the door and I'm going to let it happen this time, you know? Interesting. Yeah, very interesting. I like that image. And it almost feels like every song, she focuses on one image, says what she needs to say about that image, and then that's it. You know, it's very brief. She's not like pushing the song so that it fits any sort of like lyrical idea of maybe what it should sound like. You know, there's not like, oh, okay, so I've got an idea for a verse and a chorus. I need to come up with an idea for, you know, a second verse and a second chorus. Not at all. Like, she's just like, this is what it is. Boom. Cool. Idea done. Cool. Song done. Let's move on to the next thing. Very refreshingly different focus, you know, and like adds to the kind of different layers of the sound design, you know. Okay, next song. This is Blue Light. Love that beginning. A bit more of the country with a cowbell. She's such an interesting producer in the way that she references, but doesn't ever seem to ever fall into one genre, you know? Wow, that really just went back, didn't it? Like, the song started really up front and it's just slowly pushed back. Drums are very distant. Yeah, again, like, that's all the song is. Oh, I wonder what that was about. Yeah, I loved the way like that started so in your face and then really pushed back and became like a wash. It was really interesting, very beautiful in the way that happened as well. Like, yeah, very cool. I've never heard a song that just done that, you know, who starts a song like boom and then ends it like, you know, it's like not typical, but I really like that. Somebody kiss me, I'm going crazy. I'm walking around the house naked, silver in the night, singing do 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 do. I'm out there, I'm a sharp knife. Are you that blue light? Somebody coming to save me. She's like kind of admitting that she's a bit fucked and she needs somebody to come save her at this point. She needs some help. And the blue light represents like the ambulance, I think. Before we go into the final song, this is your first reaction from me, then thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe. And here's a quick shout out to my patrons. So these guys all support me over on Patreon, where getting your name in the video is one of your perks. You can also get all my videos unedited and early, and then in the upper tiers you can actually request specific reactions from me, whether it be a song, an artist video, or a full album reaction, depending on which tier you join. Yeah, so you can get some really like specific content from me and also be part of the community. There's a Discord server as well. It's all good, it's all fun, it's a lovely group of people. So yeah, I'd encourage you to head over to Patreon and check it out. Final song, this is Two Slow Dancers.
Smell like a school gymnasium in here. It's funny how they're all the same.
Wow. Very slow, kind of meditative place to end the album, isn't it?
Done it all 100 times before. If we were young again, and it is two slow dancers, last one.
She's kind of admitting that she's not got it all figured out. Beautiful, like, layers. Like, the delay is really wonderful. Almost sounds quite cinematic, old Hollywood feel.
And slowly pulling us back down. Get a few years and then it wants us back 100 times.
100 times easier if we were young again. Yeah, we need to take it as it is, right?
Think that we could stay the same.
Yeah.
Last
Wow.
one's out.
Two slow dancers, last one's out.
Two slow dancers last.
Wow. That's an interesting way to end an album that's full of sharp edges and to make it like really smooth and legato, you know? I guess that kind of represents a sense of like being okay with it and just getting on with it, you know? Energy in the rest of the album is very anxious and that one seems more settled. Yeah. So that's kind of does feel like a conclusion because it's like concluding that feeling of anxiety. Yeah, quite beautiful. A place to really meditate, I think. Does it smell like a school gymnasium in here? It's funny how they're all the same. It's funny how you always remember. And we both done it all 100 times before. It's funny how I still forgot it would be 100 times easier if we were young again. So that's like the school gymnasium, like there's a nostalgic feeling. There's like a what if we were young again feeling, you know. We're just two slow dancers, last ones out. So it's like maybe she's admitting that it's okay that they're the slow ones. Maybe everybody else has kind of grown up quickly and they're like, actually, we've taken our own time with this relationship, but I think that's just the way it had to be. That's kind of how I'm feeling about that idea of it. We're being slow dancers and we're just choosing to slow dance, you know? Because there's something really lovely about slow dancing as well. The ground has been slowly pulling us back down. You see it on both our skin. We get a few years and it wants us back. Their relationship kind of has been very rocky and they make it a few years and then they kind of take a few steps backwards, and it's kind of this idea of like, there's a dance to that, isn't there? Which I really like, that kind of reference, like, and there's this idea that maybe she's just admitting that their relationship was never going to be a straight line, and she's okay with that now, I think. Yeah, she's just, we're the slow ones and that's okay. Yeah, oh my god. Okay, so that whole album was so exciting. I think that like, because obviously MITSKI has such an experimental style, like when I'd heard some of her stuff before, I don't know, I kind of bounced off it, but this one seemed to, I don't know, there was something about it that felt more approachable in the way that it was musically for me, and it felt very exciting musically for me. I think it's because I could kind of like, there was something for me to hold on to, and then I was taken on for the ride, and I really kind of got into it and really got into the psyche of her and really understood where she was going with the songs, and kind of maybe actually going back to Laurel Hell now, I think maybe I would actually like it a lot more now that I have an understanding of where she's at as an artist. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. Like specifically, I think musically, the chords, the choice of chords, the choice of melody, I think really was something unique for me, really exciting to listen to, and gave you moments of lift and excitement where it needed to, but also gave you these like real dissonant places as well. But it all kind of felt like it was angling towards like trying to create a specific feeling as you went along, and trying to create lonely feelings, trying to create like feelings of anxiety, trying to create like a jolly feeling that's actually punctured with underlying anxiety, like things like that, like very detailed, nuanced things that center around like the chords that she's picking. I think that really excites me, and I love listening to stuff like that, and I'm really, yeah, it really got me like going, especially at the beginning. I was like, oh my god, this is great. I appreciate you making me do this because I really liked it. I thought it was very exciting. Let me know if I should listen to any of her old stuff. If you want to check out my reaction to Laurel Hell, it is here, and if you want to check out my music, it's here.